This is Hot Takes with Nick and Justin. Long weekend, not long weekend. Felt
No,
long.
Felt long.
Um,
I feel like Sunday felt very long.
yeah, lots happened though. I think we should go over MLB very quickly.
Yeah.
Dodgers made a signing again. They picked up Teoscar Hernandez
Good
for
pickup.
1 year.
23.5.
Yeah,
And they deferred 8.5 through 2030 to 2039, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. I know, like, it's like a 9-year stretch.
Um,
And the Phillies still haven't done nothing.
the Phillies have been very silent,
I know.
but
Bet they're cooking up a trade or something, but, like,
the Phillies have been silent. But they're not the only ones who've been silent. So it's
a lot of teams have been silent.
yeah,
The whole league has.
especially on
They
like
just-
pitchers.
Just
But
wait until Blake Snell, I feel like, signs then. But it's
yeah, this offseason's been pretty.
quiet.
Yeah,
Except
it's
for,
just
like,
been
the
annoying.
Shohei, Juan Soto, and Yoshi stuff.
But when you think about that, all of them are like spaced out. There was
They
nothing.
are spaced out. Yeah.
Like I'm just waiting for a day where it's like signing after signing after signing. Like I
Like
want that to
like-
happen.
Like the most couple years have been.
Yeah. Mets agreed to a 2-year deal with Shawn Mania. It's an okay deal. It's not
Yeah.
crazy, but he used to be great.
Oh, Shaman. Yeah, he used to be good, and then I think he
He went to the Padres, and then he kind of fell off. But yeah, I mean that's really all that happened, I think, from what I know.
I mean, he's an okay lefty.
Oh, the Giants got Robbie Ray.
They got Robbie Ray.
Mm-hmm.
He got cut. I don't know.
Mitch Haniger and Desclafani went to Seattle.
Mitch Haniger went back to Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Did they trade for Robbie Ray?
Yeah.
They're taking on Is the Mariners paying that
Yeah,
contract?
I guess we'll see how that ends up, but
Are the Mariners paying that contract, or is it the Giants taking that whole contract?
I have no idea.
Because that's a... Man, remember he won the Cy Young?
Yeah, that
Hey,
was
the big
he
free-
was good,
I know the big free agent signing for Seattle.
and then it went.
I think I heard...
Yeah, then it wasn't a big free agent signing, but I think let's talk about. Well, first let's get into the college football game today.
Yeah.
Big matchup,
Mm-hmm.
Washington v. Michigan. Who do you got? I know who I got.
You go first.
I got Michigan.
What's the score?
I think it's going to be not even really a close game in my eyes. It might be, but I don't know. I feel like the Michigan D is just going to the Michigan defense is just
Yeah.
going to like destroy like the line
Well,
cuz that's what happened with
Alabama.
Alabama, but Alabama's line is also not.
I think Washington won the best offensive line award, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure.
But still, like I don't know. I just feel like Michigan is going to win without much of a worry. But maybe I want Penix to win though. Don't get me wrong. I want Penix to win. But
Yeah, I want to go. Yeah, they did win the best Joe Moore award. But I want to go with Washington. But I think Michigan's gonna pull it off. I
Yeah,
think it's gonna be a close game. I think the only reason why it's gonna be a close game is Penix and the receiving core. I don't know if the running back's gonna play, because he did get carted off the field. But I just think it's gonna be tough to stop Blake Corum, Donovan Edwards. Who's a receiver? Roman Wilson, J.J. McCarthy. I think it's going to be tough to stop them. And then even though they're missing probably the best offensive lineman, I still think they're going to easily score. Well, not easily, but they're going to, at best, score 30, 33 points.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think the defense for Michigan's too fast.
yeah.
And they're physical, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
they're
Physical.
that's the one thing I got out of the Alabama game is that was so fun to watch because of how physical it was.
If they can block the interior and the defense, because they like to go bring guys in, they can just keep him at him. Then I think Washington has a puncher's chance, but Michael Penix has to play like he did against Texas and probably better.
I think most people are rooting for Washington. Yeah, there's a fly and it's annoying.
Huge, too.
I think most people are voting for Washington too, due to
It's like TCU like last, except just a better team. Like
and everyone knows why, because the whole like cheating, scouting
I
thing.
also think like you would root for the underdog too. Like that's also.
I just don't. I don't know. I really want Washington to win, but I don't think
This could also be John Harbaugh's final. No, Jim Harbaugh.
he said it's not. But
It could be his final Michigan game if they win. He could be going to the NFL. Could be. I don't think he might go to the Commanders if they win. But yeah, I just think it's gonna be a good game though. I do.
I hope it is.
Because last year was good for like a quarter.
Yeah, and then TCU got blown out. But
Yeah. What's the last time they had a good like college football playoff final? Forget. Let's go to the NFL though.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Commanders, they fired Ron Rivera, and they got blown out. Arthur Smith got fired. Ron Rivera got fired.
How do you feel about that?
What?
Arthur Smith at the
It's
Saints.
deserving. He's been average, below average.
Well, no, I'm talking about like the post game.
Oh, post game. Yeah, you can be mad. I mean, Dennis Allen.
What even happened? Were they supposed to like? Would you
Dennis
need the ball?
So Dennis Allen said, "Do not score a touchdown." I think they got a pick to the 1 yard line. That's what Jameis Winston said. Said not to. Jameis and the team said, "We want Jamal Williams to get a touchdown." So they override the coach. They score. They make it, I think, 41, 17. Arthur Smith's like, "Why are you doing that?" And Dennis like, "I'm sorry. That's not my call." That's why it happened. But I mean, Arthur Smith, he deserved to be fired. Like, he did not utilize Kyle Pitts, Drake London, and probably even Bijan enough. To even like Bijan had a 70, like he can catch a flat route to go 71 yards or a real route. Like I mean, they didn't use their skill guys properly, and I don't think it's all on Arthur Smith too. I think because the play of Desmond Ridder hurt them so much this year. I mean, you can even say that the Carolina Panthers game, throwing a pick. I mean, he's just they need a quarterback. They need QB. They need QB1.
I wish
he was better.
I think with the whole Arthur Smith thing, here's how I always think of it. I think with any sports too. I think we've probably touched on an MLB with the like whole hitting home runs when you're up by 10 or a significant amount. You're always welcome to come back or score your own runs or score your own touchdown.
Yeah. I think they scored with a minute left though, so that's like.
Yeah, but still, like, they're playing. The game's not over until the clock hits 0.
Yeah.
So I think coaches just got to man up about it.
They were in victory formation too. That's the thing. They were looking like they're gonna kneel the ball, and they fake kneel, hand it off. So, but I mean, that and then Arthur Smith gets fired. Not a good tenure there in Atlanta.
Like average. The whole week was just weird.
Yeah.
It was very odd. The Steelers won against the Ravens, even though the Ravens were playing
like a JV team.
Yeah.
They won. And the
Colts-Texans game. Can we talk about that?
If it wasn't for like Bills Miami, like the other games, that might have been game of the week.
I think when I wasn't watching. I'm saying when I watched the highlights, I said the Colts are going to win, and I mean they could have, but
they could have.
So, my thought with Goodson and Minshew, I think it was both kind of I think it was equally their fault.
I put more Minshew in for that. I think he threw it behind him.
Yeah, that's a hard ball to catch. Like that's not an easy one to catch.
If he throws it at his chest, it's an easy first down.
But also, then you look at it and you're wondering why the coach put in Goodson to begin with when they could have had Jonathan Taylor
or Zach Moss.
Or I feel like Jonathan Taylor just made more sense.
Yeah, but like you put your nothing taken away from Goodson. He's a really good football player. Like just like as in the NFL. Third.
Yeah, but he doesn't have like the amount of reps that those guys do.
Yeah.
And I think he had like 5 snaps or 5 catches or something.
Something like that. I mean, it's a tough situation, like, cause I think if you put Jonathan Taylor in, they're all going to they're all going to JT, so they're probably gonna put like the best cover guy.
And then, by the way, that play call was amazing.
Which one?
That call.
Oh yeah,
wide open.
Oh yeah, Michael Pittman runs a great pick play.
He was wide open. They just had to make the catch.
But C.J. Stroud is it comes out his hand so effortless.
I know.
Though it looks so beautiful.
The one where he was rolling out and he
he threw it to Nico Collins on
yeah,
the sideline.
yeah, that was disgusting. Like I don't.
Usually you throw that off, that's a pick, but I think he looked right before.
Yeah, C.J. Stroud has all my props because I said he wasn't going to be something great, and
I think it's because he's an Ohio State QB. So.
Yeah, that's why that was my logic is like, when's the last time you seen an Ohio State QB come out and they're like this good?
Cardell Jones. Come on now.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
He lasted 1 year in the NFL. Played for the Buffalo Bills. I thought he was gonna be something.
That Colts and Texans game, that was nuts.
The first play, the scrimmage from Houston, just throwing a play action bomb, and it helps that like you have a respectful tight end that the safety bites up on. But I mean, it looks so effortless, man. Like with other quarterbacks, it looks like it struggles to throw the ball, like just to get it down the field. He just has that touch where it just like flies. And then note yourself that Nico Collins is a very good wide receiver.
I think
what a jump by him. If they had Tank Dell
I was just about to say that. I was literally just about to say if they tanked Dell, it would be dangerous.
But they have a tough test though against Cleveland. Last time they played,
I think that's going to be an
blown out.
underrated game.
I think too, because last time they played, Case Keenum was a starting quarterback, and that did not go well.
I think it's going to be a really fun game to watch. I'm excited for the wild card games.
I'm excited too.
I'm really excited.
The same day, Dolphins Chiefs, Peacock.
That's going to be a crazy game.
And I think 0-degree weather. Tyreek Hill revenge game.
Is it really going to be 0 degrees? Oh.
Like negative 14 wind chill. It's going to feel like negative 14. That's what I heard. They got Bills Steelers Sunday at 1. Then Packers Cowboys. I think the night game is Rams. What's his face? Rams, Lions, and then Eagles Bucks. Am I missing one?
You are, but I forget which one it is. I think it's an NFC one, right?
NFC. No.
No, you said Cowboy. Yeah, no, you're missing an AFC one then.
There's one more game. But
Steelers game. Who plays?
Bills. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you got all of them. I think.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
You know what game I'm more intrigued in? It's not my Bills. It's not the Cowboys, which I love watching not the Cowboys. The Pack. I love watching the Packers play. It's not the Rams, which go ball team, go football team. It's the Eagles Bucks.
That's gonna be interesting.
A
little bit of a rematch.
I think the Bucks take this game, man. I believe.
I would believe it. Unfortunately.
I mean, after Jalen Hurts' middle finger got taken off his hand.
I know that was bad, and then he didn't even care. He was just upset.
You didn't even need to watch that game to know how that game went.
Yeah.
I mean, from the first, they blitzed him I remember the first half. I think they blitzed him multiple times on third down, and they easily got Dan Blounton.
Anytime I watch any team I'm a fan of, I feel like it's just their O-line always sucks. The Panthers, their O-line is.
They fired the GM, by the way.
Horrendous. Eagles, their O-line should be good.
Should be one of the best,
if not the best. But I don't know what's going on with them. And then Alabama, obviously, we already know what happened with them.
But I feel like with Philly, it's just, their offense is so it's so.
No, it is predictable. You're correct.
Yeah.
All it is screens and QB draws.
They can't get a deep pass play. It's either a sack.
If I were A.J. Brown right now, I would be upset.
Yeah, you said to trust the coaches.
I don't know. I think it's.
They were 10-3, 10-1. Once they beat the Bills.
I think the Eagles could theoretically, in my opinion, they have the team to win a Super Bowl.
Oh, definitely.
But it's
their makeup is just not the
what
same.
I was gonna say is it's quote unquote too much to
overcome
to figure out. In my opinion, I think it's pretty. I could be wrong, but I think it's kind of simple to figure out right now. You get your best two wide receiver, some of the best two wide receivers in the NFL. You get Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown more involved,
and get DeAndre Swift going.
You get do what they did to start the year. Like it doesn't. I don't understand how and
You know
why.
why I can't? I don't think that's gonna happen. Is because the play calling. I don't think will fix it. And two, I think since that Niners game, they've been a total. They've been shot in the chest.
I think
Like,
since the Bills game.
that's what I also say too. The Bills, that was the breaking point. I feel like they barely got away with that. If it, 'cause I still think that Bills game, AJ Brown fumbled that ball in the overtime, but he didn't. But ever since then, man, like they've been in close games, but man, they just look so. They can definitely go and win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they look like the Eagles, like in 20, like
18, 19.
like they just don't look good.
You know, they look like I heard something. I heard something that like when the Eagles go good, they're dominant.
Mhm.
When they're bad for these years, like in these years, man, they look so like.
There's never a time the Eagles are like just middle tier.
That's right. That's what.
Like there's never a time like that.
2018, they had like Nick Foles had to come in, save the day, and get them the division round.
I don't care what anybody says. If you were not an Eagles fan and you didn't enjoy watching that whole
Playoff run.
playoff run,
Which year? The 2017.
then you're just a hater. Because
Nick Foles was slinging.
that's what I mean.
He was both playoffs too.
Like,
If Alshon Jeffrey doesn't drop the ball,
speaking of Nick Foles, can we talk about Carson Wentz?
oh, he's a dog.
All of a sudden
back.
coming out of nowhere and just throwing dimes.
Tapuka Nakua.
Yeah.
Touchdown. Yeah, he was good.
Mhm.
Good job. He ran the ball, which I was surprised he did.
hmm
He ran the ball a lot.
Every time I see him run, I'm like, the ACL. I just think of
Oh, I
it.
think about like just him tying it. He sprained both of his ankles a couple of years ago. I don't know how you do that,
Mhm.
but he did that. I mean, it's close, but I mean Puka.
I just want to see Puka continue this every year.
I want him to.
He is so good.
I mean, he probably had, if not like a top 3, top 5 rookie,
Mhm.
like year. I get that. Like I think Odell got injured and missed a couple games, but he saw like 1,200 yards. But I mean, you cannot like tell me that Puka was not had at least a top 5 season as a rookie
Mhm.
in like wide receiver history.
Yeah, and then people saying that he shouldn't have made the Pro Bowl. What are...
I don't know who's saying that.
I've seen it everywhere. People are furious about it. They're saying Amon-Ra should have made it.
Yeah, he had a great year, but I think what Puka did without Cooper Kupp for the first part
Like,
of the year.
even with... He still...
Like Brandon Ayuk also didn't make the Pro Bowl too. That I feel like he should have made it too.
There was a lot of people that should have made it.
There's so many good receivers.
Like, I just don't understand how people could say Puka shouldn't have made it
Yeah.
when he had that kind
Who
of year.
else made the Pro Bowl? The wide receivers. It's too long. Too much time.
I can look it up
It
as
was
you're...
Puka. It was I think AJ Brown.
Let's see.
There's other people. But I think that Lions Rams game is gonna be one of the best games of the playoffs.
Wide receivers for the AFC, Tyreek Hill, Amari Cooper. That's who, Amari Cooper.
No, that's he's in the NFC though. That's the AFC.
Amari Cooper?
Yeah, Mark Cooper's in the AFC.
Yeah, I'm talking about AFC.
I think you meant Puka. I think you meant like.
No, I'm going over everything.
Okay.
Keenan Allen, Jamar Chase, and then Travis Kelce for tight end. Travis Kelce breaks the streak of 1,000 yards, by
Did
the
he not
way.
get 1,000 yards?
Mm-mm.
What, he's like 16.
16 off.
Oh, because they didn't play him.
Yeah.
I would have asked Aiden for 16 yards.
NFC wide receivers.
I hate
CeeDee
Puka.
Lamb, A.J. Brown, Mike Evans, Puka.
Yeah, I think Mike Evans could have been the one.
Yeah.
Or who was the other one? Who's the other 3? Or the 2 I meant?
CeeDee Lamb, he's a lock.
Yeah, CD was a lot.
A.J. Brown, he,
Did he?
as much as I'm an Eagles fan,
I mean, he had a great stretch of that one the season.
Yeah,
had over
like,
125
but
yards.
also, we all know he is 100% capable of making the Pro Bowl. It's not like a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
It's just he didn't have the season that...
Also, for like
Everyone's
some
hoping.
like. It felt like for like some of those games though,
Mhm.
he just didn't get the ball that much. Like I'm in the first couple games.
Well, yeah, he didn't.
Great observation.
Yeah, Devontae Smith got it.
Because I remember the Vikings game.
Mhm.
He didn't get the ball, and then I remember him having a stretch of like 125 yards for like 6 straight weeks.
Well, yeah, I forget. Did he say something to the media about it? Because I remember something happened because it was like the first 3 games he did not get the ball at all, and then
Yeah,
something
because the
happened.
Bucks game he didn't get it. I think it's when
I think he said something.
him and Jalen and AJ had that chat on the sideline during the Vikings game.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think they started getting the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He started cooking. I don't know if he got the ball that much late after that. 'Cause I know he had most of his yards
Yeah,
in that stretch.
because this whole stretch he did it till
It's a weird year for the Eagles. It's a weird year.
very weird.
The D line that's supposed to be great was middle of the pack.
Yeah, it was.
The linebacking core is awful. The secondary is awful. They have the worst defense. How do you go from top 5 or top 3 to? I get they're not ranked like the worst defense, but man, they are the worst defense.
Mhm.
I'm not like they were missing Slay and Cox, but they can't get off the field on third down. Tyrod Taylor looks like Bill's Tyrod Taylor. Wanda Robinson was cooking them. I mean, it's tough, but
Here's what I think
I'm
of
an
it.
Eagles fan, so why should I care?
When you look back at 2017 with the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
you remember their defense. It was nuts.
Yeah, you had Chris Long, Fletcher Cox, Aaron Graham.
That's what I mean. Same
Who's the
players.
corners? Ronald Darby was a corner.
Same players. But I feel like people think that defense was so good, when in my opinion, it was just about the confidence.
That's what you need on defense. You need
They had
confidence.
that underdog story where they loved having that underdog role. Let's be honest, Ronald Darby, how's he right now?
Whoa, what do you mean by Ronald? I think he's the Ravens. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, he is. He's with the Ravens, but like what
could
I'm
have
saying is
What could have been?
I don't think the Eagles defense was ever crazy. I think they just had that huge confidence. Right now, it's drained. There's no confidence to be seen with the Eagles.
Eagles defense in 2017 was gave up 18 points per game and the 4th best points against. I think it's I don't know. They did have a good defense that year.
They did?
Yeah,
That's what I mean, though. Like, if you look at the players,
yeah. If you look at the players, they don't like.
they don't.
You have Fletcher Cox, who's one of the best defensive tackles.
Mhm.
You had Brandon Graham, who was a good edge rusher.
Mhm.
Yeah, Jalen Mills was a corner. Like they didn't like they had the 2 guys. Yeah, guys like Chris Long, Derek Barnett, just hustled, just great team, great guys. Oh, good football players too.
But I'm saying, like-
Malcolm Jenkins was the leader of the defense. Russell Douglas, who I don't think played that much. Jordan Hicks, Corey Graham, Ronald
Yeah.
Darby,
But, like, what I'm getting at is you never.
Nigel Brown.
The defense changed, but it's not like. I think they need a huge confidence. Like, I think also Doug Peterson for that team, for that specific year, was, like, perfect. Because they all, like, leaned on him. And
Yeah.
Malcolm Jenkins, first of all, he was, like, their hype guy. And he was good. But I don't know. I feel like the Eagles' defense right now is in a bad place because, one, they have no confidence, and 2, their players are. I don't know. Their defense just gets banged up every game. But
I miss Ronald Darby. He's a good rookie.
Mhm.
Then he fell off. But the Eagles' defense actually do have a bad defense. All right, so their offense scores 25.5 points per game. All right, that's top 10.
that's pretty good.
It's pretty good. They give up 25.2 points per game.
Mhm.
It's pretty bad. It's 30th out of 32 teams. I think their third down is like on defense on that. They give up at least like 40-something%. It's terrible. Okay, good thing I'm not an Eagles fan, cause I don't know what's going on. People saying fire Nick Sirianni. That is a true thing out there. Do you think they should get rid of Nick Sirianni if they lose this playoff game?
No,
No,
that would make no sense.
What do you mean it makes no sense? He's the head coach. He's supposed to get these guys ready.
I think it's Brian Johnson, but
I think it's Matt Patricia. Talk about getting that guy.
I think it's many people. But here's my thoughts on Nick Sirianni.
They sell Rashard Penny. I forgot he was even in the NFL.
Yeah,
They don't use him. He was so good in Seattle.
I know. I remember when we got him.
That's the running back.
I think with Nick Sirianni, he's kind of like pretty much his story's like Doug Peterson. Made it to the Super Bowl. Next year was pretty shaky.
Well, didn't Oh yeah, Doug missed the playoffs his first year and then went to the Super Bowl. Then he went back. He went back to yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I
So
think
Nick, he went to the playoffs first time. So
I don't know. I don't really know what to say about Nick Sirianni. I think he's not the problem.
I feel like he's somewhat the problem because I feel like he was labeled an offensive head coach.
Mhm.
He is supposed to overlook the offense, and like I feel like he's not getting he's not the game plan is just not good enough.
I think he's just too. I think the Eagles as a whole are just too scared to go away from their regular kind of play calling.
They kind of
Well, we all know they have to.
they have to, but I feel it's also like it's just they're a mess. I
Mhm.
mean, Marcus Mariota looked better than Jalen Hurts.
And we all know Jalen Hurts can be good.
He can be good, but boy, there's people saying he was better than Josh Allen. Sure, have stopped talking about that.
Hmm.
Let's go to the Bills. Let's go to the Bills game. 'Cause,
How are we feeling?
how we feeling? We're feeling amazing. It's not for the first 3 quarters though.
Hmm.
You watch the game?
I did not. I should have though.
That was a tough 3 quarters for me. I had to leave my my living room. Could not watch the rest. Could not watch part of the game with my dad. They got so the Bills got stopped at the 1 yard line with on the end of the first half. They don't score. It's 14-7 going to half. Also, did you see the touchdown by the Bills in the first half? The ball got tipped in the
Maybe.
air, and people saying that's one of the luckiest catches. So it's 7-7, 14-7 Miami. They get a stop. Miami does. My dad, Sean McDermott, my dad's like, "You should never throw it." I was like, "Dad, the guy's 5 yards deep in the end zone. He catches that ball. He doesn't. The linebacker's late. They score." And then Sean McDermott says, "Oh, shouldn't throw it." My dad agrees. I'm like, "I'm sick and tired of this." Go downstairs. Then I come back up. Josh fumbles. It was awful the first 3 quarters, but the game changed. Did you see this? Did you see the punt return at least?
No.
No.
I'm looking at the highlights right now.
Oh.
So
Deontay Hardy had, I feel like the best punt return in Bills history.
that Bill, like
That 95 yards.
I really want to see the Bills succeed because of Josh Allen,
Oh yeah.
but I'm just scared about it happening like it does every year.
They're gonna fall short
Yeah,
in the second round.
I just don't want it to happen though, because I really want to see Josh Allen win something.
I would love to see the Bills in the conference championship or the Super Bowl again. Not the Super Bowl again because they haven't made it. But at least the conference championship game because it's been way too long. I would love to see but they gotta get through Pittsburgh first. But Josh Allen took over that fourth quarter like a franchise QB should be. Game's not going well. Put the cape on and just lead your team to victory. The guy had 350 yards passing and 61 yards rushing.
How many of those were in the fourth? Do you know?
Fourth, he drove down the field a couple times in the fourth. One time. But I feel like in the fourth quarter, he got yards at the first half. They turned the ball over twice. And at the they were able they drove the ball a lot. But the fourth quarter they finally punched it in. And it was great. But the Bills finally had their core. I think it was 2 guys that they can lean on for the future as their slot receiver and tight end. Dalton Kincaid is so filthy as a tight end. They decided to put 34-year-old Melvin Ingram, who I don't think is in shape. He does not look like he's in shape. Just go on a wheel route and just burn him deep. And then Khalil Shakir is the Bills slot receiver of the future, which I'm happy. They have James Cook. I feel like the Bills have a chance to beat Pittsburgh. Well, they definitely have a chance. But 1 o'clock, I just hope it's not like Miami last year where they get up to a 17-0 lead and they almost blow it.
Mm-hmm.
But the defense has been the best part of the team the whole year. It's been great team win.
Mm-hmm.
Great team win. And Tua, he's just not him. He's just not it.
Mm-hmm.
The whole media loves Tua for some reason. He is what he is. He's a guy who can make throws, but when the team needs him to win a game, he just doesn't.
But also with Tua, I think their O-line can get a little shaky.
They protected him so well, though, today.
The Bills' O-line seemed to protect him well.
Bills had a tough time, I feel like, in the first half and third quarter protecting Josh. I mean, the best play of one of the best plays, Christian Wilkins taking O'Cyrus Torrance's lunch money in the third quarter, just strip sacking him. But they finally were able to stop the blitz because they blitzed him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They finally able to stop that. And it was. They won the division. I cannot believe they won. They were 6-6 with going into Kansas City. I don't know what Josh was saying there. I don't know how he gets the ball to the end zone. I will say that.
He's a good arm.
If you see that throw, he gets hit on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
But.
And then when did this tip catch happen?
It's coming up. It's in the second quarter.
Yeah, because I want to see that.
Because the Dolphins score first. A-Chain is a problem, by the way. That guy is filthy.
Yeah,
They stopped giving the ball though.
Yeah, if he can stay away from injuries, he's gonna be.
How many plays do you think the Dolphins ran in the second half?
Since I didn't watch the game, you want me to take a guess?
Yeah.
How many plays on offense did they ran?
Yeah, second half.
I feel like it's gonna be. Well, obviously it's a trick question. It's not gonna be a lot. I'm gonna say 31.
31 plays?
Yeah.
They ran 17 plays.
Okay.
They had one first down. I feel like
Well, 31's actually a lot. So.
they had 17 second half plays. Their drive went 3, 3, 3, 4 plays. 10 the game. Mike McDaniel had an absolute. I don't know what to describe, but he fell apart in that fourth quarter, which is lovely. That guy, I love Mike McDaniel. I love him. Fun guy, funny guy to hear. That guy's a clown, though, when it comes to facing the Bills. Can't do it. Look at that guy. Stud. Mike King. Yeah.
Oh, is it here?
Nah, this is a heck of a throw. It's upcoming. Is this the next play, actually?
What other games happened, though, while we're waiting?
Tennessee, Jacksonville.
That was last night, right?
Yeah.
And then...
Jacksonville missed the playoffs. This is it.
Wow.
It looks like I caught a fly ball in center field.
The fact that he even, kept track of the ball is impressive.
Yeah, I know. I think the corner leaves him.
Yeah. I cannot... Jacksonville really missed.
Yeah. They stink. Trevor Lawrence just pooped down his leg. He had Calvin really wide open for a touchdown. He overthrew him. They had Evan Ingram or someone kept overthrowing an out route, which was bad. They missed the playoffs.
Who did they play against?
Titans.
Oh, yeah.
Trevor Lawrence got stopped at the inch-yard line a couple drives earlier. Derrick Henry's final game, probably in a Titans uniform, goes out with a bang.
But then again, I can't see him in another uniform, at all.
I think he's gonna leave. The Titans want to rebuild. They have Tajay Spears. They Will Levis, Tajay Spears. They probably want to build around those two.
What team do you see him going to, realistically?
Realistically, a team that can. I feel like that needs a running back that can go win a Super Bowl. I mean,
So you think Derrick Henry wants to win?
that's what I feel like. I feel like he wants to do that. The Bucks beat the Panthers in 9-0. I mean, Antoine Winfield not making the Pro Bowl was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I wish if he ever becomes a free agent, the Bills can pick him up. Because that guy is a ball player. I mean, forcing a fumble at the 1-yard line, getting a sack. I mean, he's so good. But, what else happened? I want to say... Heck, what happened?
Oh, yeah, and then, by the way...
Yeah.
For...
Oh, yeah, Packers, Bears. Happened.
Next podcast we'll have some guests,
Oh, yeah.
or a guest, and then maybe some more guests, and then Wednesday we have a meeting with the Eagles.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll...
That's Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
I was like Thursday or Friday.
Nope. It's Wednesday, but yeah, I think...
Packers play, though.
Jordan Love
is the future.
Yeah,
I love watching him play.
He's so fun to
The
watch.
ball also comes out effortless in his hand, too.
Yeah, and he throws dots.
He does that ball to Jaden Reed was
Is that the one in the end zone?
That was the sideline one where he threw in the guy. So
Yeah.
the end zone one, which one are you talking about? There's two.
The one where he stepped off his back foot?
Oh, and was it the right side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was nuts.
Brees Hall ran for 178 yards. That happened.
How many yards did he get on the season?
994 running yards. If they can just get a quarterback,
They'd be good.
they'd be good. But
They
also,
should get, like, Drew Lock.
Drew Lock.
Why not?
They for A-Rod though. This game, A-Rod's coming back.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That's gonna be interesting.
Plays. Seahawks won. I mean, yeah. Bengals blew out the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Lions won. Sam Laporta got carted off the field though. That was
No
good.
way.
He did. He hurt his knee.
Oh,
I don't know
no.
if it's
Wait, am I thinking of
who you thinking of.
I don't know if it was him, but some player got, like, hit in the knee and their knee hyperextended. I don't know if that was him.
I don't know about that. Raiders beat the Broncos. The Broncos are a mess. Not really a mess, but And the Cowboys destroyed the Commanders in the second half. What do you think what coach goes to Washington? Ben Johnson.
I don't even know where to start.
Who I want to go to the Falcons? Ben Johnson and Eric Bieniemy. Imagine that, and if they get people saying they could trade for Justin Fields because he's Atlanta. I think he's from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Because he went to Georgia for a year.
Uh-huh.
But imagine that. Imagine Justin Fields and a Ben Johnson, Bijan, Drake London, and Kyle Pitts offense.
That could be a little dangerous. You never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we covered.
Washington's gonna win. No, Michigan's gonna win today. I think they're gonna win 30-27.
I don't think it's gonna be. I don't know. I
think
think with Washington's wide receiver core, I don't know if it's gonna be a high scoring game or not. Like it's hard to tell. It's a really unpredictable game.
I think Penix throws for 350, 3 touchdowns, and I think JJ.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's bold.
Bold. He threw a pretty deep ball.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I guess it's not.
I think McCarthy throws for 250.
Yeah.
A couple tuds, 2.
I
think
think
Blake Corum down there would have a good
I think the score is going to be. I think it's going to be. I want to say 34 to 24.
24?
Yeah.
Alright.
I got Michigan, though. I think they're just going to win.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think we covered most of it.
That's
Yeah.
good podcast.
Good ball player.
Good ball player. Michael Penix, good ball player.
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy, he's a good ball player.
But, yeah, we'll definitely be back for at least one more podcast this week. Maybe 2. But,
Maybe
yeah.
3.
Maybe 3. You never know. This is Hot Takes with Nick and Justin. We'll be back next time.